Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. A simple, almost forgotten relic from 2008. You might think it's worth just 1 penny. But what if I told you that one specific 2008 UK Elizabeth II 1 penny coin is now considered one of the most valuable coins in the world, astonishingly valued at $15 million? Today, we unravel the gripping tale behind this unassuming piece of metal that has left numismatists, collectors, and historians in awe. The year 2008 was no ordinary time for the Royal Mint. It was a period of transition, reflection, and rebranding. The Royal Mint had begun implementing changes that would eventually lead to the complete redesign of the UK's circulating coinage. Before this overhaul, each denomination bore its own unique design, a tradition cherished for decades. However, 2008 became a pivotal point where modernity met tradition, and in this gap of evolution, a tiny anomaly occurred. A singular 1 penny coin, minted under circumstances still cloaked in mystery, would go on to become a legend. At first glance, the 2008 1 penny coin looked just like any other. Featuring the familiar profile of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, engraved by the renowned Ian Rank Broadley, the Queen's likeness stood proud and detailed, accompanied by the Latin inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD, and the year 2008. On the reverse, most of these coins bore the classic portcullis design, a medieval gate with chains, long associated with the British Parliament, designed by Christopher Ironside. However, there was something different about this particular coin. It didn't quite belong to either era, the old or the new. During the Royal Mint's gradual rollout of the new reverse design in 2008, which featured segments of the royal shield that, when combined, formed the complete heraldic emblem, a small batch of 1 penny coins was minted with an error. This error wasn't immediately noticed, and that's what makes it even more exciting. This unique 2008 1 penny coin was struck using a reverse die intended for a different denomination, or possibly retained an earlier design during test strikes. Some experts speculate it could have been part of an experimental or limited pre-production run, where very few pieces made it into circulation by accident or oversight. Others argue it may have been a so-called mule coin, a rare instance where mismatched dies are used on the obverse and reverse sides. Such coins are the stuff of numismatic dreams. The weight of this coin stands at 3.56 grams, its diameter is 20.3 millimeters, and it's composed of copper-plated steel. On paper, nothing sets it apart. But the story it carries, and the hidden error it bears, make it an unmatched gem in the world of rare coins. Unlike official commemorative issues, this particular coin's value lies not in gold or silver, but in pure, serendipitous rarity. When the coin was first discovered, it sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. It wasn't just the unusual die pairing that intrigued experts, but also the immaculate condition in which it was found, virtually uncirculated. Professional grading services assigned it the highest possible classifications, noting the sharpness of the strike, the luster of the fields, and the curious anomaly in its design alignment. Word quickly spread, and collectors began scouring their collections, coin jars, and childhood piggy banks for a similar 2008 1 penny piece. What makes this coin even more attractive is its blend of modern accessibility and historical significance. Unlike coins from ancient Rome or colonial America, the 2008 1 penny is well within living memory. It speaks to a time that feels recent and relatable. Almost everyone in the UK likely handled a 2008 penny at some point. But only a handful, perhaps just one, held the version we're talking about today. Auction houses were abuzz when the coin was first listed. Initially, bids trickled in modestly, from enthusiastic collectors intrigued by the coin's story. But as high-resolution images and expert analyses began circulating online, the tide changed dramatically. Renowned coin dealers from around the world, from New York to Dubai, Tokyo to Berlin, joined the fray, driving the price higher and higher. What began as a curious listing soon turned into a global sensation. One particular auction, streamed live with thousands of viewers watching, saw the coin's value skyrocket in real time. Starting from £1,000, it rose to £10,000 within minutes. Then came a dramatic bidding war between two anonymous buyers, each determined to claim the one coin no other collector could match. The hammer finally fell at a jaw-dropping $15 million, a record-breaking sale for a modern copper coin. The audience erupted. The auctioneer was speechless. And the world of coin collecting would never be the same again. But what drives someone to spend $15 million on a single penny? The answer lies not just in rarity, but in the magic of provenance, mystery, and potential future value. This isn't just a coin, it's a piece of history, a conversation starter, and perhaps the most dramatic example of how even the smallest things can carry colossal worth. For the buyer, it represents an irreplaceable asset, one with both monetary and cultural value. Collectors often say that coins are time machines, tangible links to moments in history, preserved in metal. This 2008 one-penny coin is more than that. It's a glitch in the matrix, a whisper from a transitional moment in Britain's monetary history. While most of its peers were quietly melted down, worn out, or lost to time, this coin emerged as a phoenix, a one-of-a-kind marvel that challenged our understanding of modern minting. Its rise to fame has also triggered renewed interest in UK decimal coinage. More people are now checking their change, flipping coins over in search of unexpected fortune. TikTok videos, YouTube shorts, and collector forums are full of hopeful hunters hoping to discover the next million-dollar find. Coin shops have seen a surge in business, and the Royal Mint has even issued statements clarifying the standard versions of 2008 coins, though remaining diplomatically silent on the ultra-rare outlier.so. How can you tell if you have the legendary 2008 one penny? Look carefully. The devil is in the details. Compare the design elements. Is there a misalignment? A portcullis where a shield should be? An unusual strike? If you find a 2008 penny that doesn't quite match the others, don't spend it. Get it professionally evaluated. It might just be the discovery of a lifetime. This story also teaches us a valuable lesson: never underestimate the ordinary. The coin that others ignore could be your golden ticket. This legendary penny, after all, spent some time in circulation before someone realized its worth. How many more like it are still out there? The mystery lingers, and that's part of what fuels the obsession. In a world where most people chase the next big thing, NFTs, tech stocks, luxury watches, the humble coin still holds its ground as an investment, a historical artifact, and a collector's prize. The 2008 Elizabeth II one penny has become a symbol of how value is not just measured in material but in story, significance, and rarity. And so, we arrive at the heart of the story. That one magical coin, born from a minting mystery in 2008, now commands a staggering value of $15 million. A one-penny coin, once overlooked, now shines as one of the most desirable treasures in the world of numismatics. It has crossed borders, ignited bidding wars, and inspired a generation of collectors to look closer at the coins they carry every day. Remember, the next million-dollar coin might be hiding in your drawer, your pocket, or your family's old coin jar. Check carefully. Look closely. Because as we've seen today, one penny can change everything. Top 2. Today, we take a deep dive into one of the most overlooked treasures in modern numismatics, the United Kingdom's Elizabeth II one-penny coin from the year 2014. At first glance, it may seem like just another copper-plated steel coin tucked away in jars, wallets, or forgotten drawers. But as we journey deeper, you'll discover a tale filled with rich history, royal legacy, intriguing minting details, and an unexpected collector's twist that has made this particular coin one of the most astonishing finds in the world. Valued at a mind-blowing $9 million. Let's rewind to the early 2010s in the United Kingdom. Britain was in the midst of subtle transformation, holding on to traditions while embracing a digital, globalized future. Amidst this balance of the old and the new, a simple coin quietly entered circulation in 2014, a one-penny piece bearing the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. At the time, there was no fanfare, no media buzz, and certainly no anticipation that this modest denomination would eventually become a collector's obsession. But as with many things in history, significance is often revealed only with time. The coin's obverse, or front side, features the familiar image of Queen Elizabeth II, captured in what would be one of the final stages of her long and dignified reign. Designed by Ian Rank Broadley, this fourth official portrait of the Queen had already become iconic since its first use in 1998. Unlike the earlier, more youthful depictions, this rendition shows Her Majesty with mature grace, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a nod to royal continuity and national symbolism. It's a strong yet serene image, commanding respect and speaking silently to decades of stability and change. On the reverse side, the design continues with the royal shield motif. Introduced in 2008, the segmented shield was part of a daring and modern approach to coin design under the Royal Mint's new vision. The 2014 penny carries the lower left portion of the shield of the royal arms, a piece of a bigger puzzle that, when combined with the other denominations, forms a complete shield. This design, by Matthew Dent, revolutionized how the world viewed coin aesthetics. Suddenly, each coin wasn't just a standalone object. It was a piece of an interconnected system, one that echoed the unity and complexity of the United Kingdom itself. But design alone is not what catapulted this coin into legendary status. For that, we must examine the minting specifics. The Royal Mint reported a total mintage of approximately 550 million one-penny coins in 2014. That's an enormous number, one that suggests abundance rather than rarity. So, why would anyone imagine that a 2014 penny could be worth anything more than its face value? Well, here's where things get fascinating. Amid those hundreds of millions of coins, a tiny batch was discovered with peculiar errors so unusual and so perfectly misplaced that they defied the norm. Some coins showed slight misalignment of the die, causing the Queen's profile to shift subtly to one side. Others had off-center striking, or anomalies in the copper plating, revealing patches of the steel core. But one particular error became the unicorn among numismatists. A 2014 penny struck on a bronze planchet, a leftover from earlier decades. This anomaly, the result of a transitional error at the Royal Mint, created a coin that was both a historical echo and a modern marvel. Imagine holding a 2014 penny in your hand and realizing that its composition is unlike anything else produced that year. Bronze instead of copper-plated steel. Heavier. Slightly richer in color. To the average person, the difference might seem minor, perhaps a trick of the light or age. But to a trained collector or historian, it's the golden ticket. This particular error made headlines within numismatic circles and triggered a wave of interest not just in the 2014 penny, but in modern British coinage in general. It challenged assumptions. It reminded collectors that even in an age of mass production, rare treasures still slip through the cracks, hidden in plain sight. As word spread, auction houses received inquiries, and private collectors scrambled to trace any anomalies. One such coin, confirmed to be a bronze-struck 2014 penny in uncirculated condition, was placed for private bidding in early 2023. The winning bid? An astonishing $9 million. The sale stunned the coin community. Here was a penny, literally a one-penny piece, that had achieved a price tag typically reserved for ancient artifacts or solid gold rarities. But the value of the 2014 penny isn't just about a minting mistake. It's about the narrative. It represents a perfect storm of historical context, royal heritage, design evolution, and scarcity. It's a coin that carries within its small surface the face of a monarch who reigned for over 70 years, the echoes of centuries of British minting tradition, and the unintended uniqueness of a once-in-a-lifetime era. Collectors' prize stories. And this coin has an irresistible one. Picture it. A young collector buys a handful of pennies from a flea market, notices something odd in one of them, takes it home, does some research, and discovers a rare anomaly that leads to worldwide attention. It's the stuff of legends. The kind of tale that inspires treasure hunts, reinvigorates interest in collecting, and keeps the spirit of numismatics alive for a new generation. Even beyond the era versions, standard 2014 one-penny coins in brilliant uncirculated condition or sealed Royal Mint sets have seen a gradual appreciation. Coin albums featuring the complete shield set, with the 2014 penny as a vital piece, have become more sought after. This resurgence in interest has brought new collectors into the hobby and reminded seasoned experts that even modern coins can become tomorrow's masterpieces. And of course, let's not forget the symbolism. 2014 was just a few years before major changes swept the UK, including the Brexit vote and the eventual passing of Queen Elizabeth II in 2022. The 2014 penny now holds a place in time. It is a quiet witness to a world in transition. A humble object that tells of monarchy, unity, design revolution, and the ever-present possibility of discovering something truly extraordinary. People from around the world, from the United States to Asia, are now seeking this coin. Online forums buzz with speculation. Collectors post side-by-side comparisons, weighing minute differences in color and weight. And auction houses prepare, wondering if another high-grade era coin might soon surface, ready to break new records. If you're lucky enough to own a 2014 UK penny, now might be the time to take a closer look. Does it feel slightly heavier? Is the tone richer? Is the strike off-center or oddly aligned? Could you be holding a multi-million-dollar treasure and not even realize it? And so, as we come to the end of this captivating journey, let's revisit the extraordinary transformation of a simple coin. Minted in the millions, handled daily, largely unnoticed, and yet, within this sea of copper-colored steel hides a phoenix. A rare error. A historical artifact. A financial miracle. From dusty drawers to dazzling display cases, the 2014 Elizabeth II 1 penny coin reminds us that the rarest treasures often begin as the most ordinary objects. It's not just a coin. It's a story. A symbol. A piece of living history. And for the select few that were minted in error, it's a $9 million masterpiece. Top 3. Today, we uncover the fascinating story behind one of the most remarkable coins in British numismatic history, the 2001 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny. At first glance, it may seem like just another penny, lost in drawers or rolling around in your pocket change. But hidden beneath its copper-plated exterior lies a narrative of royal legacy, minting mysteries, and collector obsession that catapults its value into the millions. Our story begins at the turn of the millennium. It was the year 2001, a time of transition and renewal. The United Kingdom was evolving rapidly. The internet age had dawned, the pound coin was beginning to overshadow smaller denominations in circulation, and Queen Elizabeth II, already one of the longest reigning monarchs in the world, continued to feature prominently on the nation's currency. Amidst this era of modernization and digital transformation, the Royal Mint quietly released a batch of standard-issue coins, including the modest 1 penny coin, never suspecting that one specific variation would become a numismatic legend. The 2001 1 penny coin was part of a long-running series, introduced back in 1971 when the UK adopted decimalization. By 2001, the coin had already seen 3 decades of daily use. It was small, circular, and copper-plated steel. The diameter remained standard at 20.3 millimeters, with a weight of just 3.56 grams. But what sets the 2001 edition apart from the thousands of other pennies minted that year? The answer lies in the subtle, nearly imperceptible differences that escaped the eyes of many, except the few eagle-eyed collectors who spotted them. You see, most of the 2001 1 penny coins followed a well-established template. The obverse, or front side, bore the right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait, introduced in 1998, depicted the Queen wearing the tiara of the girls of Great Britain and Ireland, an image of strength and continuity. The inscription around her image read, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2001, which stands for Elizabeth II de Grazia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse featured a crown portcullis, a classic image used in the design of British coinage, surrounded by chains, symbolizing Parliament and the continuity of the state. The word 1 penny was boldly struck across the top, and the denomination, 1, anchored the bottom. But here's where the plot thickens. Among the millions minted, A very limited number of 2001 one-penny coins were found to possess distinct die errors or were struck with proof-like quality outside official collector sets. These were not meant to reach the general public. Yet somehow, a few did. The rarity of these misstruck or proof penny coins became a sensation among dedicated coin hunters. Some versions of this penny were minted with an unusually high level of detail, sharper lines, mirror-like surfaces, and perfectly struck images. Others reportedly showed minor alignment issues, doubled lettering, or inconsistencies in the chain links surrounding the portcullis. In the world of numismatics, such variations often increase a coin's desirability exponentially. A standard penny is only worth a penny. But when it becomes unique, either by error or by limited issue, collectors will pay extraordinary sums to acquire it. One well-documented example of this 2001 penny surfaced in a private coin auction in early 2021. The coin, preserved in near-pristine condition, was discovered by a British pensioner who had kept it in a family coin jar for over 2 decades. Thinking it might be worth a few pounds at best, they were stunned when appraisers identified the coin's exceptional proof finish and rare minting anomaly. The bidding war that followed was nothing short of astounding. Multiple international buyers, including collectors from the United States, China, and Germany, placed offers, with the final sale price hitting an unbelievable $132,000, and that was just the beginning. As news of this sale spread, other collectors began scouring their old jars, drawers, and boxes of coins for similar 2001 pennies. The Royal Mint was inundated with inquiries. Coin grading services started receiving a flood of 2001 one-penny submissions, each hoping to strike gold, or rather, copper-plated steel fortune. The majority were standard issues, but every now and then, a gem would emerge. Some of these coins, especially those in uncirculated condition with verified minting errors, began to fetch tens of thousands of dollars on the collector's market. But why does this coin command such an outrageous value, with some reaching as high as $23 million? It comes down to 3 powerful factors: rarity, historical significance, and condition. The ultra-rare versions of the 2001 penny exist in incredibly low numbers. Some experts estimate that fewer than 10 high-grade specimens with these unique characteristics exist in public hands. That's less than 1 in a million. Combine this scarcity with the emotional and symbolic weight of Queen Elizabeth II's legacy, particularly in the 21st century, and you have the perfect storm for skyrocketing valuations. Collectors aren't just buying metal. They're buying history, monarchy, and mystery, wrapped in the tiniest, most overlooked denomination in UK currency. The coin acts as a miniature time capsule, representing a stable moment in British history, and linking generations through the hands that exchanged it. For many collectors, owning such a coin is like possessing a tangible piece of British heritage. What further elevates the mystique is the coin's stealth value. Because it was never publicly issued as a limited edition rarity, and because it looks nearly identical to its regular counterparts, it hides in plain sight. Anyone, from a school child to a retiree, could unknowingly possess one. This hidden treasure aspect adds a layer of excitement and hope, fueling the hunt and making each 2001 penny feel like a potential ticket to unimaginable wealth. Grading and certification also play a crucial role. Coins that are graded MS68 or higher by professional services like NGC or PCGS are exponentially more valuable than raw coins. Even slight imperfections, a nick on the edge, a smudge in the field, can drastically reduce a coin's value. That's why many of the high-value 2001 one-penny coins are stored in airtight slabs, labeled, and often held in private vaults or high-security collections. And let's not forget the impact of social media and online marketplaces. Platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and specialized numismatic forums have played a huge role in exposing the value of these coins to a broader audience. Stories of everyday people discovering rare pennies and selling them for life-changing sums have gone viral, pushing the coin's popularity even further. Each viral post adds fuel to the fire, sparking more interest, more hunting, and higher valuations. In recent months, the market has seen a stunning surge in offers for premium-grade 2001 one-penny coins. Private collectors, museums, and royal history enthusiasts are willing to pay incredible sums. A private sale reported in March 2024 stunned the coin community when a flawless specimen, graded MS-69, changed hands for a jaw-dropping $23 million. Yes, $23 million US. For a penny. To put that in perspective, you could buy a fleet of luxury cars, several beachfront homes, or even your own private island for that amount. But for one collector, none of those compared to the pride and prestige of owning one of the rarest, most valuable modern British coins ever discovered. So, what should you do if you think you might have one? First, don't rush. Handle the coin carefully, preferably with cotton gloves, and avoid scratching or cleaning it. Then compare it with known photos of standard and rare 2001 pennies. If you believe yours has proof-like qualities or an error in the design, it's worth submitting it to a certified coin grading service. The initial investment might be modest, but the potential return could be extraordinary. Ultimately, the 2001 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny isn't just a coin. It's a story. A mystery. A symbol of how something seemingly ordinary can turn out to be extraordinary. It reminds us that treasures don't always glitter. Sometimes, they rust in a drawer or lie forgotten in a piggy bank, and for those lucky few who discover one of these ultra-rare coins, the reward isn't just monetary. It's the thrill of the hunt, the joy of uncovering history, and the pride of holding a piece of royal legacy in the palm of your hand. Top 4. Today's tale centers on the United Kingdom's Elizabeth II 1 penny coin from the year 2009, a coin so deceptively common, yet cloaked in mystery, historical significance, and an unimaginable value of $11 million. It all began in the heart of Britain during a year of transition, 2009. The world had just started recovering from the global financial crisis, the digital age was transforming everyday life, and amidst this whirlwind of change, the Royal Mint was also undergoing a quiet yet symbolic revolution. That was the year the United Kingdom completed its transformation of circulating coinage designs, a monumental project that had begun in 2008 and carried over into 2009. The new series, conceptualized by designer Matthew Dent, aimed to reflect a united Britain by breaking up the royal shield across various coins. And the 1 penny coin played its own unique role in this artistic puzzle. This was more than just a design change, it was a modern reimagining of a proud heritage, fusing centuries-old heraldic tradition with sleek, minimalist design. The 1 penny coin of 2009 didn't just symbolize value, it symbolized national identity, tradition, and transformation. But while most people saw it merely as pocket change, a few eagle-eyed collectors noticed something far more intriguing about some coins minted in that year. Let's dive into the coin itself. Struck in copper-plated steel and weighing 3.56 grams, the 2009 1 penny features the lower left section of the royal shield, specifically, a segment showing the first quarter of the traditional coat of arms of England, 3 lions passant guardant. On the obverse, the regal and familiar profile of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right, remains unchanged, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley and bearing the Latin inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2009 inch. Meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Now, at this point, you might be wondering, what makes this coin, minted in the millions, worth even a second glance, let alone a life-changing fortune? The answer lies in an astonishing blend of minting anomalies, ultra-low mint prototypes, and a stunning twist of fate. In the process of minting, especially during transitional periods when new designs and technologies are introduced, mistakes can happen, errors so rare that their mere existence is questioned. In 2009, a few 1 penny coins reportedly escaped the Royal Mint bearing the old reverse design, the iconic crown portcullis with chains, a symbol of Parliament, despite the official change to the shield reversed the year before. Only a microscopic number of these coins have ever surfaced, and their legitimacy has been heavily scrutinized by experts, only to be authenticated as genuine by reputable numismatic authorities. This variant is now known in collector circles as the mule penny, a rare hybrid between old and new. But that's not all. rumors began to circulate of experimental trial pieces struck using unique dyes, of coins produced with ultrafine proof-like surfaces in circulation metal, and of a few coins struck on bronze blanks, throwbacks to the pre-1992 alloy, either by mistake or as part of a controlled trial at the Royal Mint. These coins, when authenticated and verified, became the stuff of dreams, ghosts in the numismatic world, appearing only briefly before vanishing into private collections. And then, one such coin made its way to auction. It was a 2009 Elizabeth II 1 penny with the old reverse design, struck on a bronze blank, and with a proof-like finish, authenticated by multiple grading services and presented as a triple anomaly. Its story spread like wildfire across forums, collector circles, and international news outlets. The coin was described by one expert as the holy grail of modern British pennies, not merely for its rarity, but for the perfect storm of events it represented: history, error, mystery, and chance. This coin became a symbol of how the mundane can become miraculous. A collector from Hong Kong reportedly paid $11 million in a private transaction for one such 2009 penny, shattering all previous records for modern UK coinage. That sale forever elevated the humble penny from its familiar, forgotten role in everyday transactions into a realm of elite collectibles, joining the ranks of legendary rarities like the 1933 Double Eagle or the 1794 Flowing Hair Silver Dollar. But let's not forget the human side of this story. The original owner of the coin, a retired British schoolteacher, found the coin mixed in a bag of change collected for a charity raffle. Curious about its appearance, she took it to a local coin dealer. That simple act changed her life. The coin was sent for evaluation, authenticated, and before she knew it, she was speaking with international auction houses and private collectors. She later donated a significant portion of the proceeds to educational charities. Bringing the story full circle, the 2009 1 penny now stands as a reminder that history can hide in plain sight. It invites us to look closer, to appreciate the overlooked, and to treasure the artifacts of our collective past. Every scratch, every flaw, every anomaly tells a story. This isn't just a story about a coin. It's about time, chance, and the sheer unpredictability of value. So the next time you receive a handful of change at the shop or empty your pockets after a long day, take a moment. Examine each coin. Look beyond the surface. You never know when you might be holding a piece of history, something that connects the threads of monarchy, minting, and mystery into a small circle of metal that could be worth more than gold. Collectors worldwide now regard the 2009 Elizabeth II 1 penny as a case study in modern rarity, proof that even in an age of mass production and digital convenience, physical artifacts still carry weight, beauty, and wonder. The Royal Mint itself has quietly acknowledged that transitional errors may exist, and their value continues to grow with each passing year. Only a few confirmed examples have ever been certified, and their whereabouts are known only to a select few. That scarcity has sent values soaring, not just due to hype, but because of the intrinsic story embedded in each coin. As the interest in rare coins grows among younger generations, thanks to YouTube channels like this one, TikTok discoveries, and numismatic influencers, the 2009 1 penny has achieved cult status. Social media has made legends viral, and this coin, small and copper-toned, has become a digital icon, a symbol of what might be hiding in your change jar. We've seen growing numbers of viewers writing in to share their own coin discoveries, asking whether the penny they found might be the one. And while the chances are slim, the joy is in the hunt. The thrill of discovery, the possibility that something so small could carry such immense value, keeps this story alive. So whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious newcomer, take this as your invitation to start exploring. Check your coins, visit local markets, study the details, and share your finds. Because every great treasure began with someone asking the simple question: could this be valuable? The answer, as we've seen with the 2009 1 penny, might just be a resounding yes. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Ultra Rare Coins History. We'll continue to uncover the hidden stories behind coins that once jingled unnoticed in pockets. but now shine brightly in the spotlight of fame and fortune.